Yeah.
And people are like, what? And I'm like, that's because I love it, but I'm not competitive. Focus in your lane and you're going to do great. And my circle is small, and I've had a very small circle for a very long time, but I am finding my more people, because there are some people you outgrow because you're growing in a different direction and people don't understand that. But
welcome to Color Me Happy podcast. I'm your host, Brandi Hofer. Thank you so much for being here. I'm very grateful for your time, and I'm excited for you to dive into these raw and authentic conversations with creatives from around the world. Be sure to pop this in your ear when you're working in the studio and you need a friend, or if you're having your morning coffee, or if you're going on a walk. All good things to, get inspired through authentic conversation with other creatives. We ultimately want you to see your everyday ordinary as extraordinary and really tap into the idea that creativity is power, and we want to see you grow. Be sure to join our Color Me Happy community. Follow Color Me Happy podcast on Instagram and Brandi Hofer Studios to stay tuned, and feel free to reach out anytime. We're happy to chat. Let's get started.
Awesome.
So welcome, Kim. I'm so happy that you're here and we snuck you in. We are very excited to announce the Power of Pink in our hometown, which I will be attending on January 19th. So stay tuned for that. We will be going live at the event through our stories, through the podcast, as well as Brandi Hofer Studios. So Color Me Happy. And we will keep you posted on this really powerful connection through women. And I really want to hear about what inspired you and sparked you to do this. You know how people have these ideas, but they're like, oh, I don't know if I can or if I should. So fears and doubts holding you back. And then, of course, just actually deciding to do it. And then I think that's the hardest step.
Right. Hi, everybody. I'm honored to be with Brandi, of course. And the reason that I wanted to do Power Pink is because I do believe women aren't seen enough. And it's always been a dream of mine. And I've always been told so many times, you're too much, you be quiet, don't speak, hold back, do this. And I believe I've taken many classes, and I believe every woman should be able to stand front on stage and be seen, heard, and loved. And that is why I brought this together. I took a mastermind class this last year with Selena Gray, and she literally took me to the next level. I honestly can't thank her enough. She gave me the extra celebration on things that I felt guilty about or embarrassed about or wanted to hide. And she made it me realize that I do have a voice and I do have something to share. And a sisterhood is so important to me, that connection, knowing that we are very similar in so many ways with so many stories, and that you can have your person that connects with you or is like, oh my God, I can relate to that. And I didn't know that. And I kept that quiet because I didn't want to share that. Or to know that joy is okay, to know that you can put yourself first. Yes, we run, we take care of everybody, we do this, we do that, and we get exhausted. And I want everybody to know that they can reclaim their sparkle. So that's what's important to me. And I kind of am going off the flamingo theory, because the flamingo theory is when flamingo gives birth to a baby, they actually turn white. They don't keep their pink because they're depleted, because they're taking care of everything. And as their babies grow older, they get their color back. And so I want to make sure everybody realizes that they can shine their bright pink at all times.
Thank you. I'm really excited, and I'm glad you're doing it, because I think we do keep these stories to ourselves, and we're all in these different stages of life. And for women in particular, it always feels like you're giving something. I was snuggling Teddy on the chair over there, and we were watching this cheetah documentary on Disney. If we're going to go with animal references, let's go all the way.
Yeah.
And they were comparing the 3 male hunter cheetahs to the female and her little cubs. And they were like, who's going to get the meal? And I was like, I know I know who's going to get the meal.
Yep.
It's going to be that mom because she's smarter. She's more determined. She has something more to lose, right?
Yep.
You'd almost do anything for your family, for survival. You know what I mean? And we're all in these periods of our lives where we have like hit survival mode, or we have, you know, and then that self-care drifts away because you're constantly in this survival mode. And then of course, biologically, like you have like the stress hormones going all the time and elevated cortisol, and then it causes this, and this.
Right.
And so like, why is my hair falling out, or what's happening? Why do I have brown patches all of a sudden all over my skin? Or you know what I mean? Or why am I bleeding so heavily? And or why do I hate my husband so much? Like, it's like, you know, like these are, I'm not just saying that from my perspective. These are conversations because I don't know if it's from having a podcast or genuine curiosity, or just I want to connect with women, but these are things I've been hearing, you know, at the hockey rinks, from my friends, like on drives, like,
well, and so many people also keep it quiet. But it's not just for us menopause people or going through, it's even for the younger generation that are lost, looking at social media, comparing themselves and thinking everything is real when it's really, a lot is not real. To let those people know that comparison isn't it. Don't compare yourself. Shine your light, shine your authenticity. You know, we're going to teach you about being your own authentic self. We're going to teach you about abundance in your life. We're going to teach you about joy. We're going to teach you about being organized and resetting. And it's okay to reset. Take a moment, step back, and a reset during all the speeches. And we're going to talk about powerful women in the community, like Jackie Dunham is going to come.
She's been on the podcast, so listeners can go back and listen to some of her tips and what you'll get at your Power of Pink, because so much great powerful information.
And we are going to talk a lot about like things. We're going to get to the raw, real deal. Like, why don't I have a sex drive anymore? Why am I emotional? Why am I withdrawn? Why do you hate your husband? No. And why are you moody? Why are you this? Like, you know, why is your vagina sore at times? Like so many things, or your boobs, or why are you bleeding for a year straight? We're going to talk about that, because we're not just going to talk about the medicines and the things like that.
So is there a period where, like, say if I had an issue that I wanted Jackie to like share, like, is there opportunities to, you know?
Every single speaker is going to have Q&A. Every single speaker has enough time. And like even Graylin, she is a young lady. She is Selena's daughter, and her dream is to talk on stage. And she wants to know that she can, you can talk at any age. And she is just a little trailblazer herself, a little firecracker. And I am completely excited for her to be the first speaking at my event. She speaks at her mom's event, but never at someone else's event. So I'm like, I want you to come. I want you to come to this stage, and in 20 years, I'm going to come to your stadium where you will be talking and changing lives.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, is I just want to change somebody's life to the better.
And sometimes you can't see those things in yourselves. And when you connect with other women, they see something that you didn't even know was there.
Yeah.
Which Christine Knorik, she was a part of Co-op, and now she's a part of Synergy. She asked me to do a project. I was like, I literally said, that's not something I do. Like, not as like a boundary. I just didn't believe I could.
Right.
And long story short, she saw something that I didn't know existed, believed in me, supported me, paid me. And it like grew into something so much bigger. So this event is like the perfect example of connecting with other women, people in your community in like an organic, but also, you know, a platform way where you're creating the time, creating the space where people are ready to share and connect.
Yes. Yeah. And that is exactly right, because there's so many people that don't believe, especially women, that don't believe they can do it, or they hold back in fear. Like, I just finished telling you, I was supposed to have these tickets on sale in June. And I was just like, nope, can't do it. No, oh my God, I can't. And I panicked and and then ego took over. And then I'm like, holy shit, Kim, it is time. It is time. And nobody was pushing me at that time. I had all my notes, all what I needed to do. It was all ready to go, but I didn't hit the button until it was. And I mean, it is amazing.
Is it an ADHD thing to not do the last little bit? Like, is it? Because sometimes I'll be like on payments that I have to like make at they're like, it hasn't come through. And I was like, I was in there. I did it all. I forgot to hit the last button. Like I moved on to something else so quickly that I was like done. And then like, do you know what I mean? Like maybe like slightly distracted or it's scary. It's scary putting yourself out there.
It is. And like,
you can fail.
And like me doing it all myself. Like I have a web person. She's amazing, Kate. And I have Kiara doing social media. But other than that, decorating, ordering, all that stuff. Like the other day when you say you forget to hit the button, I literally checked on my sign for the back of the stage. And I'm like, where's my sign? Like I can't track it. Well, I forgot to hit payment. I must have squirreled somewhere else. And I was like, oh, damn, I need a sign. So I was like, okay, how's the fastest shipping going to get here and whatever. It should be here on Wednesday. But, like when you're putting so many things into it, and I thrive best when I'm busy, when I'm helping people, when I'm giving people gifts, so like even with the gifts that I've picked out, I've handpicked each and every one. And Elevate and Evolve Serenity Spa has done the full sponsorship. I didn't want anybody else sponsoring. I wanted me to do it. I didn't want a trade show in the back because I want the women to connect. I don't want 100 people there. I want a small group. So the women feel a sisterhood connection, so they can go over and talk to somebody, so they can actually feel the feels that you need to move to the next step to shine that light.
I have a question. Speaking of people and numbers, is it a secret where the event is?
No.
Or my friend Desiree, who wanted to go, or she's coming.
Yeah. It's very, very small on the website, but it is at the Gold Horse Casino in the conference room.
We're like, maybe it's like a secret announcement.
No. Okay, I'm going to double check. I better make that really big now.
Smart though too, like venue coming. You'll see.
I wanted it somewhere different, that not another women's conference.
They do a great job for food.
Yeah,
I think it's a great.
Well, I don't have the food ordered till Monday, so we'll see. But that is the last minute thing. They're like, no, you can have till Mondays. I'm like, okay, we'll order on Monday.
It'll be good.
And they don't normally get your own DJ. And Maz Entertainment's actually, I pulled some strings. He's like, I'll never get in there. I've been trying to get in there for years, and they actually approved him. So I'm super excited. So we meet on Tuesday with Maz Entertainment, there to see and to make the music cohesive to what we are doing throughout the event with the exercises and the speakers.
So many working cogs.
There is so many working. I had no idea.
And you probably wouldn't have
some people like to write lists nice with check marks. Like my daughter Aspen, she has everything perfectly done. And it goes in order, crossed off. Well, mine is here, mine is written this way, mine's written that way. I might have 10 pages of it and it's stuck in my computer, and some check marks, some not. Oh yeah, okay, I took care of that. And then I'll be like, oh damn, what was that I wrote on there? But it is coming together perfectly, exactly the way it is supposed to be. And I mean, I am very lucky. I have a great team at Elevate and Evolve Serenity Spa. I have a great team in my family. Like when I come up with an idea, because I come up with a lot of ideas, and they just all pull together, and we have so much fun creating it together. Like we are going to create a backdrop that is remarkable, and they're just like, we're what? I'm like, we can create this. I said, my husband is very good with wood. And so we'll see. We're making it this weekend, so we will see how it turns out.
Yeah, and that's creativity too at its finest.
Yeah.
Believing, visualizing, seeing it come together. So I want to know why you wanted to do this in the first place.
Well, I've wanted to do it for a really long time. Since I was a kid, I've always thought, I should be a speaker. Like I have so much to say and I always have the gift to gab because I can talk to anybody and I love on people. Like I literally say at work, we are here to serve those people. We are here to give them the best experience, the best anything, hugs, whatever they need. And I am very intuitive on how people feel. I believe I am. And I keep taking all these courses and I have all these tools, but I never share them. I share them with my family or people close to me, or I hold back and don't share them because I think, oh, Kim, there you are talking too much or, not being shunned. So you had that belief, but I'm like, it is time. It is time. Like I'm 53 and I just want to grow and I want to share with people and help people. And, that's what warms my heart is making people feel seen, heard, and loved. And I just believe that I have things to say and it's been a dream of mine all my life. So here we are.
Yeah. Something bigger than yourself and bringing people together in a certain way.
Yes. And I think growing up, I hung around with a lot of guys and a lot of women. I didn't get treated probably right growing up by girls or women, or girls were told, oh, don't hang out with her. I was kind of wild. Don't blame you, parents. But, I just think that women should never have to feel the way I did. So I don't want them to feel that way.
I avoid women like like a distance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think times are changing. Now I have a small circle.
Yeah.
And of course, we're all in the same sort of season of life where we're super busy because most of our kids are in extracurriculars.
Right.
But friends that are comfortable checking in once a year or here and there through a text.
Love that.
They're there for you.
Yep.
And you can go for dinner or coffee, catch up. Sometimes my one friend's a therapist and she loves doing art therapy. We brought that up before we started recording. She's so amazing. And we always get to catch up every year because she volunteers on my Mural Fest committee.
Love that.
So we spend time with our passion. We both have 3 kids in either gymnastics or hockey. So we're and have our own businesses. So we're
on the same level.
Yeah, we're on the same level.
And you don't have to feel guilty. Like some friends
neither of us are like, where are you? Why didn't you call me? What
yes.
So women who don't need anything.
Right.
But also have ambition. So you have to find your women who see those good parts of you.
Like
right?
your vibe. I always say your vibe, your tribe. Even in my line of work that I do at the spa, I literally, during my time, if you're not my vibe, you can't come here. Like if because we have the most gem of a client. In 13 years, I've had to only get rid of 2 because they weren't our vibe. And there's enough people out there. Should be a
partnership.
Yes. And I mean, I have taught lashes since 2015. People think I'm crazy. What are you doing teaching eyelash extensions or spa services when you do that? And I'm like, I'm not a competitive person. I don't think I have a competitive bone in my body. I'm a cheerleader. I want to cheer. I want to celebrate everybody. And I believe that there's enough people for everybody because that's why I teach. I have taught, I think I'm at 328 students just teaching eyelash extensions. And I think 98 in lash lifts and like lash lifts and tinting.
Yeah.
And people are like, what? And I'm like, that's because I love it, but I'm not competitive. Focus in your lane and you're going to do great. And my circle is small and I've had a very small circle for a very long time, but I am finding my more people because there are some people you outgrow because you're going in a different direction and people don't understand that. But I literally have found a sisterhood that are so like-minded like me that I am honored. And only in the last couple of years, I mean, not that my other little circle from years ago isn't still my circle, but it is just amazing. The powerful women out there like yourself that just want to grow and support and cheer and no bullshit, check in, like you say, a couple times a year. That's great. You don't have to, you can catch up anytime.
Neither of us are mad about it.
Right.
And our husbands are actually old friends.
Okay.
So that's great. Like we can get together that way as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's really nice. You know who talks about that specifically? It was the first money mindset book I ever read, or mindset book ever. I remember I was pregnant with Teddy, so my third boy, waddling around with a pulled groin because I chased after my 2-year-old across the road. And I remember hiding that book. I was so ashamed of it. So low self-worth, bad money mindset, because I came from 2 parents who very low income. Like my mom, I'll just go right out and say it because that's the way I am.
Yeah, authentic.
$24,000 a year she made.
Okay,
she worked with people with developmental disabilities, single mom. My dad's a lovely human being, but she was still a single mom, but they were both local, so great. But that's not a lot to live on.
No, so that is not.
She built furniture out of our fence that got taken down, and it was cool. Like, it was old fence furniture.
Oh, I love that.
Looks like my fireplace right now.
Yeah,
right?
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Love
a trendy, cool lady, but thrifty, resourceful. And I think those are actually, so I would never give up my childhood. Those are lessons that you, I don't need much to get by.
Yeah.
Super resourceful, super thrifty, can make anything out of leftovers. Nothing gets wasted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that.
So the best book I can recommend for what you were talking about with people who you have to let go of and growth, Jen Sincero. Have you read You're a Badass?
Yes.
So You're a Badass at Making Money. I didn't read You're a Badass, but I
read You're a Badass, not the Making Money part.
Yes, you'd love it. Because of course she swears. She is so just genuine, and I resonate with her voice. And I read it and then listened to the audiobook a few times because it really needs to sink in, because it really is a mindset book.
Oh, 100%.
And so she says, when you start to grow, there are people who don't want to see it. They like the victim you. They like the failure you. They like the 100%. Version that they know and feel comfortable with.
100%. So, and there is people that are just, I don't know if it's, thank you. I don't know if it's, I don't want to use the word jealousy or what it is.
Well, it is a little bit.
It is probably a little bit of jealousy. And it's just I want to celebrate anybody that can grow. I have a girl, I've had girls obviously quit on me and go on whatever. I've only ever in 13 years had one quit to go do her own thing with it on her own. And other than that, I'm honored because it's wow, you stayed with me, but I cheer them on. Even in the new year, we're doing a little bit of shuffling because I have 2 girls I know are leaving in September. They've been with me over a year, but I know they are going off to something else they dream of. And I wrote a text to everybody. We're going to do a little shifting in the shop because we need to train for September to come, because those girls are going to live their dream. We are going to send them off with celebrating them and cheering them on and wishing them the best.
I think that comes with years.
Yeah, but
of experience, and maybe doing it the other way first, and you're actually, that felt terrible.
Yeah, and I just think I was brought up with a major alcoholic father, and I remember my first book. It was called Codependency No More by Melanie Beattie. And that's when I first got into wellness books and wanting to grow and wanting to learn. And
it's a very affordable way to change your life.
Yeah. And now audiobooks, you can just drive or listen to a podcast. They literally changed my life. And I just tell people oh, here's a book I recommend here. And journaling, even that, to start your day off so good or to go to bed so good.
Positive self-talk.
Yes, positive self-talk. Incantations. I'm a huge Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins fan, no relation. But I got to go crew in October for Tony Robbins. And I got the behind the scenes being a crew member of him. And it was next level. I was you get tested to the nines before you get to go. But I was truly honored, and I will do it again and again and again because it is so good for growth. But I just think if you don't take courses like you do, or you teach them or anything, you're not going to grow. So I want to grow, and I want to share all my knowledge.
Yeah.
And just make somebody else's life better in some way.
a forever learner.
Yes.
Yeah, because the other way does feel really terrible.
Yeah.
Right?
Like it's draining, and it's, like it can be so exhausting. And I mean, I can talk about my mom on here too, but my mom really lives in the past and really can be an energy drainer, and it's exhausting. I would rather text her because she's so much better on a text than she is talking in person. And that was another thing I think I lived in fear for so long, was I was scared to talk about it. Yeah. I was scared to talk about my dad. I was scared to talk about my mom. I was scared to talk about what happened to my 2 girls. But I know at next year's Power of Pink, I'm taking a speaking class this year with Selena Gray, a legacy speaking class. And so I know next year at Power of Pink on stage, I am going to do all the deets, like my divorce, my ex-husband, and, like lots of things that people are not going to want to hear, and they're going to probably, but I'm an honest, real person, and everybody has a story. Everybody in the whole wide world has some kind of story, like your mom, right? Like she taught you how to create. That's why you're such a magnificent artist, was probably it started very young. But I believe everybody has a story, and stories help connect with other people and to help them grow and to help them realize they're not alone, that there is more out there for you, and you can have the best life. You can have joy. You can have all the things that you really want in life.
Yeah. And we have, like, I think an untapped resource of local women who are amazing, which I love that you're giving a platform and a stage, and you're one of them. Lots of really cool talent, and they're going to be there, which is so good. So it's a chance for local women to connect in that way as well.
Yes. And that was important to me. Like, I mean, Selena is so friggin' powerful, and Jillian and Megan. And like Cheryl Holtby is very well known in the community, but she has so much resources. People don't even realize what she is. She has been a friend of mine since I was 18 years old, and she's a remarkable woman that, like, just, she has the warmest hugs. So like when you're doing your footage, make sure you hug her, because she has the warmest hug I've ever felt, besides my nephew Ty. I mean, most people have warm hugs, but nothing like her and my nephew Ty. But I handpicked these people all for a reason. Yeah. Jackie has so much knowledge. She is one of the kindest souls out there. She has a remarkable family, and just everything about her. Super. And it's not just like, here's some medicine. Like, she's a nutritionist. She teaches you how to, resistant training at our age is so important.
Oh, she's strong. She's a freaking beast in the best way to say beast.
Exactly. Like, she is. And her sister Jody went to
yoga for a long time in the same class, and I just, honestly, like, I know you're not supposed to stare, but I would just be in awe of her. Like, just like, and I was having babies, so your body's changing, but I just like, she is a freaking powerhouse.
She
like, is. In a good way. Like, I was in awe.
And she's so humble.
It's inspiring.
Yeah, she's so grateful and so humble. She's not one of these people that are like, oh, look at who I am.
No,
I'm like,
not at all.
She is the most humble person you could truly meet. And, Deanna Wandler, like, she went from being at Reed, or the newspaper, and being partners in their shareholder, or whatever she was, for so long. And she's such a staple in the community, doing her caregiver cupcakes and working with Kirk Bryce and doing the Christmas thing and doing Elevate for teenagers to help them. And last year was her first one, and I'm so excited. And I was like, Braylon needs to attend that, right? And share some of her passion with that. And then Taylor Madonic, Taylor Schneider, with her, she actually, which I haven't announced, and I don't know, but I don't know if she's going to come. She's very, very pregnant, and she's had some high risk things happen to her.
I see.
So I do have a backup person that is a powerhouse. She actually comes to the shop too. She's in Miami right now at a big event speaking. And so she's like, I'll be there if you need me. I will be there. So we're just playing it by ear, but that one will be a surprise until we chat on Monday and figure out yes or no.
Yeah.
So
I'm excited.
It is exciting. And sometimes it's just exciting to just sit on a panel and talk. like the women on the social, how they sit around the table and they just talk and have a good time. That's what I want the panel to be. I don't want it written. I don't want a script. We will not have projectors. People have asked me, oh, okay, you need projectors. Like, what do I need to bring? But no projectors allowed, because I want people to focus on the stage, not on what the screen is saying over there. That is another thing that was very important to me. I am not going to have a piece of paper in front of me, so I want it to be authentic. I want it just to come up how it is. You want to speak, hold your hand up, the mic runner will come to you and talk. So, like I said on Jackie's post, if you have a question that you're thinking about.
So people they can come a little bit prepared.
Have it. You have a question for Selena about how the Queen of Trailblazing she is, and how she can get you to wherever the hell you want to be in life, or whatever dream you want. Or Jillian, the Joy Facilitator, like that woman has the best laugh, and I cannot wait for you guys to meet her.
Her.
She is unbelievable. Like, and I'll let you know, she drops the fuck bomb all the time, and she has this special little pew pew little superpower that she has, but she is so amazing, and her story is so great. And Megan, well, I met her at Trailblazers too, and Queen of Organization, and so I'm super excited.
I'll put everyone in the links so then people can see who you're talking about.
Yeah,
because it is really great to not only network, but follow, support one another. And if you're just curious about them, like, hey,
check them out, add them to your add them,
reach out, follow what they do.
And Emmy Lou is like going to close out the day.
You curated these people, and for a reason.
Yes,
because of struggles in life, or what you wanted to talk about, or why you wanted to do this, and so you saw something in these women. So I think everyone should go check them out.
Yeah.
But I also think that because I have a lot of international listeners. So thank you if you stayed all the way to the end of this episode, because it's a mix of local women and as well as international.
The only one I haven't mentioned is Emmy Lou. And Emmy Lou, I have a thing at my spa where we have a team meeting every month, but every quarter we do something fun. And Emmy Lou came in, and she has like chem juices, and she does yin yoga. She has the most magnificent voice. And we are going to end in some Emmy Lou exercises that day, because she, I wanted her on panel. She's not ready for that yet, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay, because her jam is walking you through and making you feel better and grounded and refreshed. So that is what she is going to do for us at the end.
Yeah. So if you're international and not local, I hope this episode inspires you and Kim's initiative to, like, maybe not this big. This is pretty big, but you can host a tea and a cafe and join women together through art making, through creating. I have a new guest in the new year talking about just that, how she does it in Vancouver. Every bi-monthly, she hosts a night at a different space in Vancouver where women come and connect. And she said they always end up talking, like making art, but talk, so you can do something with your hands. It's like a safe bridge.
And that, for fidgeters.
She said we mostly talk about menopause.
That is a hot topic, because it wasn't talked about for so many years. And now it's like, we have resources
by the medical community.
Yeah. And now we have so many resources that is so good for you.
Yeah.
So good for you.
Yeah. Well, great. Final questions for the day. What's your go-to drink? Like tea, coffee, what keeps you going throughout the day?
Oh my God, I'm a water girl with lemon.
Yeah?
I'm like
hot, like room temp or cold?
I don't really like ice on my tea, so I can have it. It doesn't matter. But that's my go-to. But I do have a mocktail. Like, I'll open a can of pop, like those cranberry ginger ales. Love them. But then it's like, I drink this much, and I don't know if it's a carbonation or whatever.
Fizz is hard to like drink.
But mostly it is literally that. Or I do love, which is so funny, my husband hates ordering it at Tim Hortons. But at Tim Hortons, I have 3/4 coffee and 1/4 French vanilla.
Okay.
And it's very hard for Tim Hortons not to make it like that. Like there's many times we'll recircle. I'm like, you need to recircle because I can't have all that sugar. So yeah, I'm very plain. I'm plain even in my eating, like no spice, no whatever. But
Hey,
water with
feels
lemon,
good for your body.
and then the whole coffee with the quarter French vanilla.
Yeah. Well, that means you're very intuitive and in tune with who you are, which I think is something that is learned with time, and you have to advocate for yourself.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. There is though, I don't know if you know Joey's Restaurant. So Joey's Restaurant actually has come out with their own, it's called Toasted, and it's a non-alcoholic wine because I don't really drink. Not because I was an alcoholic or anything, I just don't feel good after when I do. So anyways, it's called Toasted, and it's made out of white tea, ginger, and cranberry, and it is so flipping good. I've actually asked the casino if I could bring it in to toast at the end, but I will find out on Monday if they are okay with that.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah, it's just it's really, really, really good. And
I think
so
a lot
many
of people are
now
choosing to not.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had a we host parties at the spa, so we had a group of women that came in. It was a 40th birthday. They got permanent jewelry. They all saunaed and cold plunged, and we had a party. And I brought in the cleavers. And they actually, I seen them selling them at Staples. I got them shipped to me because I had them at Jasper on the ski hill, and they're just a mocktail, but they're super good too. Yeah.
Oh, do they have a lot of sugar?
No, they do not.
I'm a bit of a plain Jane too.
No, they don't have a lot. There's
stevia.
actually ones that don't have sugar in them, and there's free shipping, so you can order them. They're not quite as expensive as a case of beer, but they're really good. And there are non-sugar options
too, though he won't admit it.
Yeah,
like drinking doesn't feel good. Like even 1 or 2 beer or whatever, which we struggle with, or he does. He doesn't listen to this, whatever. I'll just say whatever. But he struggles like socially, which I remember I quit in 2012, which is a long story for a different day. But I don't drink at all. And so that's a long time.
Yeah, that is
2026, 14 years.
Yeah.
Is that right? No, 12 years.
12.
No, 14. Math was never my
15.
It's quick math.
14.
14. Yeah, something like that.
23, 24, 25, 15.
Yeah. So I'm
very
very comfortable with not, or being like, no thanks, I'm good. And you wouldn't believe, like, people who know me still offer me.
It's
insane.
It's crazy.
I'm
and
like,
they just think, oh yeah, you need that. Or,
it's very socially accepted. So Carly, my husband, or Charles Carly, you can call him. I want to keep like drinks like that around because he doesn't feel as confident or comfortable in social situations to say no, even though it makes him feel terrible. So I'm on the hunt for that.
You wouldn't even know, like it looks just like a cooler, and away you go. So if you're looking
to fit in, I guess, because he says, I can't go to Cheers at the hockey wind-up and order a chamomile tea like you did. Like,
it is hard for people because, and especially men, because it's like, ooh, you don't want to drink, or
like,
they get, exactly,
stupid like
and
that.
I find it easier and easier all the time. I look at people and I'm just like, why are you drinking? Like, you should not be drinking. Like, you should quit too. I can't judge because let them do their thing. Like Mel
everyone's
says,
on their own personal
and everybody's on their own journey, 100%. But I just think it's nonsense. Like, why sit down and have one glass of wine? Like, I just don't understand it.
It's hard once you do the research, and it is hard. It's an old habit. It's an old habit that's very socially accepted.
With me, I've had a dad die of alcoholism. I've had a little sister that's only was 32 die of alcoholism. I've had a cousin die of alcoholism. So like that is a trigger sometimes for me. So it stays with you, and it's just like, when I see my son at 19, love you and he knows, I'll be like, you're not turning out like them. Like, we have to control you. We have to this. And I know you're 19 and want to go out and party, but like, there are things. So there are signs. So like, I got to keep a watch on you. And he's just like, Mom, I am not them. And he gets annoyed with me. But my job is to raise my son. And when I was reading the Let Them theory with Mel Robbins and then listening to it and then going to see her in Toronto, it was so funny because I gave myself
keep
permission.
Me on this tour train that you keep on going to. I want to come.
Yeah, you come. Yeah. It's so fun, and I'm not afraid to go by myself.
Toronto.
Yeah, it was good. It was like 24 hours. Yeah, it was like within 24 hours there and back. But in her book, she writes that your child after 25 cannot have your opinion, but when their front vertebral cortex isn't developed, and I was like, yes, thank you for me being able to still rag on my son who is not 25. So I'm like, Mel says, and Mel knows everything.
Yeah, like, she's great.
Yeah, she is so amazing, so amazing. So yeah.
Final question, sponsored by Red Bicycle Communications. If you had unlimited funds for your community for just one day, what would you do? Which you're kind of doing it.
Oh my God.
Okay, so what if your event had unlimited funds?
If my event had unlimited funds?
No, if you had it doesn't have to be your event.
Well,
it could be anything.
I have done lots of things for people that want to reach out for different things, like, the food bank, because they're so lacking in food, cost of groceries and things like that. And I just would give. Like, I would research the people that need to give or the families that are struggling, and I would just give and give and give because I literally love to give. You ask any of my clients, it's like, oh my goodness. Good. Yeah, it feels so good to give. And like, even giving at this conference, like, I'm so excited about what I get to give because each thing has been hand selected, and I would just give and give and give and give them. Like, I have a form that my girls fill out when I hire them after their probation period, and it's like favorite things or dreams that they've wanted to do or whatever. And I love to be able to fulfill that. Like, what's your favorite color? Podcasts, books, audios. What is your dream? If you could do anything, what would it be? And I try to fulfill all those things. If you got a $20 gift card, what would you want to buy with it? A $50 or $100? So I have a question to get to know them. What's your favorite scent? What's your favorite size? Or what's your favorite shoes or brand or whatever? And so I would get to know people and then give what they don't give themselves, because so many people think, oh, I can't give myself that. But yeah. And I love to shop. So if I can give people things that are going to make their life easier, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. I read this book every day, but one of the general advice pieces from it is you give through being your best self and inspiring others. That's the most powerful way of giving. So I love that you're doing this event. I love that you're using your journey and your experiences in life to bring all of these people together. It's really special. We have the link for the tickets below, so you can learn more there. Get your ticket. I'm assuming they're almost
gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
yesterday really we had a person, like, I actually cried because I know the person, and that actually bought 14 tickets. And I was like, like, I literally celebrated. I was in Spiro's eating supper at 9:00 at night because I had been running around working, and my husband's like, you need to fuel up before we go home. And he came to town to do some running around for me to help with that when I was with clients. And all of a sudden this message came through, and I was just like, oh my God. I actually was crying because it was somebody very dear to my heart, who has made a very huge impact. And I never thought that they would buy that many tickets, and they did. And so, we have very, very few tickets left, but I want to accommodate as many as I can, but I don't want to go over how many I wanted, just because I want to keep that connection.
Of course. Yeah. Thanks for coming on. Yes. Where can everyone find you?
You can go on to on a website, www.powerofpinkbykim.com.
There we go. Perfect. And on Instagram.
Yes.
You're on Instagram as well. So perfect.
Instagram, same thing. Facebook, same thing. Only me old people go on Facebook. I was gonna say that.
I still check it.
I you know what? Some things it's great for, like Marketplace. It's really good for.
It's still good. No,
Yeah.
if people aren't using it as a resource, they're missing out. We cannot wait. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram at Brandi Hofer Studios anytime. I'm happy to chat. That's where I sit. And I'm so glad you're here, and I cannot wait for you to dive in. So give us a like and subscribe, and check the rest of our channel.
If you want to feel empowered and inspired, like and subscribe for more. And if you want to get creative, check out all our art hacks on this channel.